Bam, I'd like to pose the question that Congressman Arroyo had raised, bringing the MSMEs to the global setting. But I asked the question, are they ready? You've been very active enacting legislation. I believe 6 out of 17 laws in your 3 years as senator are all in support of MSMEs. How are they working out an enabling environment for MSMEs?
Thank you, Kathy. Firstly, good morning to everyone. Magandang umaga. Most of them were on MSMEs, and I think the favorite of Joey and Secmon and a lot of the people here is, of course, the Go Negosyo Act of 2014. That was passed to create the infrastructure to support our MSMEs, to help them grow and develop with a program that's really directed for their growth. Now, a lot of people here I've met before becoming a senator, and a lot of them know that my work in microfinance and social enterprise has led me to develop some of these policies. No? And what we've seen is that most of our MSMEs will need about, we call it the 3 M's: money, mentorship, and market. You need the 3 M's to create that enabling environment for them to be able to succeed and to be able to grow. Former President Arroyo, of course, talked about the first M, which is money. And definitely, a lot of our MSMEs need that. We have a number of people here who own banks and who are part of banks. The M and the L, the medium and the large, I think these days are enjoying extremely great interest rates. It's your micro and small that need better interest rates. And definitely opening up other forms of collateral or non-collateralized loans for them, or even a guarantee program, which we've been talking about for years, is something that can truly help bridge that financing gap. That's the first M. The second M, of course, is mentorship. And a lot of work is being put now in DTI and the ASEAN in terms of mentorship. In fact, the Amen network is really to put together mentors not only from your own country, but to be able to access that from other countries in the region, which I think is also equally important. But the third M, I think, is really the most crucial, which is market. Because a lot of our MSMEs, a lot of our M&S, the micro and the small, do have good products, they do have a lot of potential, but they're unable to access markets. And this is something where when we talk about entering the global scene, are we ready? It's all about accessing markets. Initially, or maybe one way to be able to do it, and DTI does a lot of this, is through trade fairs and through bringing you closer to retailers, which I think we're already doing a lot of these days. The other one, of course, is digital, which is to skip the traditional structures and go straight to the homes of consumers. But I think one aspect which we really need to focus on is really to open up inclusive supply chains, which I think the Kapatid program is really focusing on. The classic example there, of course, is Jollibee, where they opened up their produce to local farmers, and that's a 10-year program already, which a lot of the companies here, I think, can get into. These days, our ability to help, our intention to provide prosperity for all has shifted already from dole-outs and CSR budgets to truly one where the challenge is opening up our businesses to smaller businesses, to micro businesses. And it's not the easiest thing to do, as this has been documented already, but it's what we need to do. And if we can do that within our country and eventually across the ASEAN, where your larger companies are able to get supply from from smaller companies or even micro businesses supplying to small and medium, not just within the province or within the region, but across the ASEAN, then I think we're really creating an infrastructure where prosperity can be spread for all. Now, government and non-government organizations can come in terms of the readiness of your micro and small enterprises, because not everyone is ready. In fact, I would say the majority will probably not be ready. So there's readiness that you need to do both on the side of the large companies, which probably their foundations can do, or groups like the Go Negosyo and the Kapatid program can do. But there's also need, and maybe this is where local government and the Department of Trade and Industry through the negosyo centers can come in. Support your micro and small enterprises. Get them to a place where they can supply at a quality, frequency, and rate that's acceptable to the larger businesses with their larger supply chains. So if those 3 M's are present, no? Capacity to get financing, the mentorship, which can be done either through government, educational institutions, or partners, and the access to market, which can be done digitally, which can be done by bringing your products to retailers, and most importantly, I think, is opening up supply chains. Then I think your enabling environment will truly be enabling, and we can find that success and that growth that we want to see in this sector.